Yo, what is going on, boys and girls? It is Cowboy234 right here. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded the video. Just thought I'd upload one. Recently, I've been watching a TV series. Well, I've finished watching it now. Called Manifest. Now, I've got Virgin, so we've got like box sets and stuff that we can see early. Yeah. So, Manifest is to do with an American TV show, which is being shown on Sky One, I believe. There's about 16 episodes in the whole series. Now, I finished it early, like I said, so there may be some spoilers in this if you're watching the show, so be prepared, okay? So, episode 1, we get introduced to the characters. Now, it's like a big family that come together, go on a holiday, and then they gotta go back home. Yeah. So, of course, like all American flights and stuff, I'm not trying to diss any Americans. If you know anything about this and you've had problems with this as well, you probably understand. But they overbooked the flight. So, three of the main characters, three of them, the main one being a female and she's a cop, another one being a dad of a son who's got cancer, and then the son who's got cancer. So they stay behind because they get like an extra £400 for going on a later flight. So the original family make it home fine and everything. Then all the people that were overbooked that said, yeah, it's fine, I'll go on the extra flight, they disappeared for 5 years. Now they were flying, there was a weird thunderstorm that happened, so the pilot sped up to 300 speed, maintained altitude, and drove through the storm. But then there was a big flash of white light, and then they were home. So of course, the government and police all got involved into the problem because, people missing for 5 years and then they show up again. Completely strange and odd. Never think that would ever actually happen in real life, but happened to them. So the first show, then they're starting to go through their life, trying to figure out what's gone on, how things have changed. Turns out the mum of the daughter who went missing, who's the cop, dies. Yeah. Her boyfriend, who she was going to marry before she was coming back to say yes to her proposal from him, turns out that he's ended up marrying her best friend. Yeah. And then the husband, well, the brother of the daughter, whose son's got cancer, his wife, but this time we don't know what's happened. She's ended up dating somebody else because there was a support group that was made for all the people who had lost people from that 5-year period. We find this out later on in the series. Going back to this first episode though, the people start hearing voices in their head. But these voices, they're not different voices, they're their own voices that they hear telling them things what to do. So for them, and the first one was set them free or find them. And they were talking about 2 girls that were kidnapped and have been missing. They managed to set the girls free because they knew exactly where they were due to the voices inside their heads. This is a running thing throughout the whole series. They hear things inside their heads, which are their own voices telling them to do something, which they call callings. Now them doing that helps them find people or helps them stop bad things from happening. Okay, so one of the people that were also on the plane as well, she was a doctor. And then, because she was finding treatment for fixing cancer and stuff, she's been on for 5 years, turns out all her theories and all her research turned out to be helpful. So she was able to find the cure to fix stuff. Which, of course, then goes towards the son. The son has a big role in this whole thing. It's like he's got some sort of more powerful connection to the callings than anybody else in the show. Because he ends up being able to feel the things that are happening to other people. He can draw pictures before they've even happened, so he knows what's going to be going on before everybody else knows anything that's going to happen. Skipping ahead now, so I'm going to miss quite a few episodes because it's pretty much still the same. We get to an episode about the pilot. Now, the pilot is being hated for because, you know, the pilot's always got something to do with things with flights. Things go wrong, it's his fault. So he wants to try and reenact things that have happened so he can prove that it wasn't his fault. Ends up, we think he dies near the end along with one of the other co-stars of the show. But all we see is a flash of white light, what we saw when they disappeared. So he could have gone forward in time again, could have gone back in time. Who knows? Now, heading towards one of the last few episodes, they find someone who's done a robbery and killed people in the lake, ends up saving him. 828 is the main thing you need to know about this. So this person then dies 82 hours and 8 minutes after he's come back to life. So then the other people, the main stars of the show, figure out, oh, if that's happened to him, they are going to die 5 years and 6 months later from when they returned. Which means they should actually be alive, and something really went wrong in the atmosphere, or something went wrong in temporal time shift, meaning they should not exist in that present time. But at the end of the episode, we hear a gunshot happen to one of the main characters, which she shouldn't die until 5 years later. So, leaving it a cliffhanger for season 2, which is set to come out in 2020. Anyway, that's been my review. Well, short review. I'll give you a bit more of a review in a second. Would I say you should watch Manifest? Yes. I enjoyed it. Brilliant show, full of entertainment, full of excitement, suspense. We watched an episode and we're like, oh my god, this was so good. Had to watch the next one, was like, oh my god, leaving it even more cliffhanger. Then watch the next one, and the next one. So you'll probably be watching about 4 episodes a day if you watch it on catch up or box set, because it's just so good. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it a good old 9. There's a few things in it which could be better, but the majority of it, good old 9. I would highly suggest you watch it. Anyway, boys and girls, this has been Catboy234. If you've made it all the way into this video, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more content coming up very soon. Have a good day, and goodbye.